Yo my ningens, what is up, what is good? It is your boy Seventh Savage and we're back at it again with a new video. Today we are doing the first character guide for Street Fighter 6. And you already know I had to do my main. It's Cammy. I'm doing a character guide for Cammy. Now if you guys don't know what this character guide consists of, it basically consists of me going over each of her buttons and letting you guys know what that button is used for. Now, just a TLDR, the game is still pretty new, so if you go back and watch this video maybe like a month, 2 months from now, it might not be the same, but I'm going to give you guys a general idea of what these buttons are used for. So, leave a like if you enjoyed. If you're new, if you like what I do, subscribe, and down in the comments let me know if this video was helpful, if you guys learned something new, if this video was helpful, if this guy completely upped your game. Let a brother know. Anyways, here we go. Without further ado, let's fuck it up. Alright ningens, quick side note, I'm going to be using numpad notions alongside the button abbreviations. So like standing light kick, I will also say 5LP. If you guys don't know what numpad notions are, I have a video explaining it. I will leave a link to that down in the description below, but also here is a description on screen for you guys. Alright, let's get started. So her 5LP, or her standing light punch, is a quick poke that you use whenever you are in your opponent's face. It's a light button, so it's going to be short. It's short range, but it's quick. You can also confirm into drive rush from this, whether on hit or on block. This is basically the same thing as her 5LP or her light punch. You basically use it in your opponent's face, but it is not drive rush cancelable. You cannot cancel this into drive rush. Next up is her 5LK, or her standing light kick. Her standing light kick is her best light move. It is her best light poke. You are going to be using this button a lot in neutral. You basically use this button to catch people trying to press buttons. Basically it's a whiff punishing tool. You use this button to just throw it out to catch people like pressing buttons, and you can also confirm this button into her special moves like her spiral arrow, her cannon spike, and all of that other jazz. Also, like 5LP or standing light punch, you can drive rush cancel from this as well. Something else to note, you can cancel 5LP into special moves. You can do the same thing with 2LP as well. Alright, on to her 2LK, or crouching light kick. Her crouching light kick is basically similar to her standing light punch and crouching light punch. They are all basically used for quick pokes and just buttons to press when you're in your opponent's face. Next up is her 5MP, or standing medium punch. A medium range poke tool. You use this tool in the not the close range, but like the close enough range. Her 2MP, her crouching medium punch, is another very good poke tool. You can use this button for whiff punishing, similar to her standing light kick or her 5LK. And basically similar to that, you can also drive rush from it. Her 5MK, or her standing medium kick, is infamous. You guys already know. If you guys played Street Fighter before, you already know how good her standing medium kick is. It's a whiff punishing tool and a poke tool. Basically you use this button for any and basically all occasions, but be careful because this button cannot be used sparingly. You will get whiff punished just trying to throw this shit out. You can throw it out, but you got to be cautious. You can't just throw it out willy-nilly. Now on to her crouching medium kick. Her crouching medium kick, or her 2MK, is another very good whiff punishing tool. You're going to be using this button a lot to catch people who aren't blocking low. You're going to be clipping their ankles a lot with this button, and this button can be canceled into drive rush. So if you get the hit, or if you get them blocking, you can cancel it into drive rush and go for whatever you want. Her 5 HP or her standing heavy punch is another very good whip punching tool, and like her crouching medium kick, you can cancel it into drive rush. Her 2 HP or her crouching heavy punch is a anti-air option, one of her anti-air options that you can use. So if your opponent is jumping at you, this is the button that you press. Also, something to note, this is her only plus normal, being +1 on block. Also, something to note, if you go into standing heavy punch, then you drive rush into crouching heavy punch, you can continue your pressure, and if your opponent tries to press a button, they will get hit. Next up is her 5 HK or her standing heavy kick. Her standing heavy kick is a extremely good whip punishing tool. Like, I wouldn't say it's the best because it is slow and it does stay out mad long, so you can get whip punished for this, but the payoff is pretty damn good. You can't cancel anything from it, but it's a good ass whip punishing tool. And her 2 HK or her crouching heavy kick is her sweep, and that's basically it. That's all it is. It's just a sweep. First up is her jumping light kick or her JLK. Her JLK is used for cross-ups. Next up is her jumping medium punch or JMP. This button is used for air to airs and to confirm from air combos. Next up is her jumping heavy punch / heavy kick or her JHP / HK. These are her jump-ins and combo starters from her jump-ins. So her 4 MP or her back medium punch is another anti-air option, and you can cancel this into drive rush. Next up is her 4 HK or her back heavy kick. Her back heavy kick is, when I say this, her back heavy kick is her best anti-air. This button is godlike. This is the button you're mainly going to be using for anti-airing because look at this. It's just so good. And like back medium punch, you can cancel this into drive rush. But also, this is jump cancelable. So if you get the hit, you can jump cancel and go into an air combo. Here's an example. All right, now on to her forward heavy kick or her 6 HK. Her 6 HK, as of right now, some people say it's used for combo filler. Other people say it can be a whiff punishing tool. And other people say there's no use for it at all. But me personally, I feel like it can be used as a whiff punishing tool because she moves back and then she strikes. So you can use this as like a sort of counter. And on certain DPs, this move will catch people DPing because when she moves back, the DP will whiff from like a block string. So if you're like putting pressure on the opponent, they're blocking, and then you do 6 HK or her forward heavy kick, the opponent who's trying to like mash out with DP, they'll whiff and the 6 HK will hit them. So quick side note about her specials: if you hold down the heavy version of her specials, they become her overdrive versions. So at the expense of waiting for a couple seconds, you do not have to use any drive gauge at all. You save on meter. All right, first up is her spiral arrow. Her spiral arrow goes different lengths depending on the version. Here's an example of them. They are also used for combo enters. You basically use spiral arrow at the end of your combos. Also, the held and OD versions are used for combo extensions. Her cannon spike is her anti-air special, basically her DP. The held heavy version can be canceled into level 3. Here's an example of it. Also, something to note, both the held version and the OD version can go through the opponent. So if you're in the corner and you bust out with the overdrive version, you and your opponent will swap sides. Next up is her spinning back knuckle. This special is used to get around fireballs. So zoners like Guile, people who like to spam like Hadouken and stuff like that, this special is used to get around these. The medium, heavy, and EX version have invul, projectile invul frames, but the light version does not. The heavy version is +3 on block, and the OD version can cross up when you're close to your opponent. Next up is her air cannon spike, or her dive kick. You primarily use the dive kick to change up your air approach and mess with your opponent. So if like you're jumping in the air and your opponent tries to go for like an anti-air or like a DP, you jump in the air, wait a couple seconds, and then you do the dive kick. The anti-air will whiff, and in some cases the DP will whiff, and you can punish them for it. If you hit below the knee, you are plus. If you hit above, you are minus. But if you hit below the knee when they're not blocking, so if you get a hit confirmed, you hit below the knee, you can combo from it. Alright, so the hooligan combination travels in different arcs depending on the version that you do. Here are the examples. While you're doing hooligan, if you press nothing, Cammy will do a slide that is a low. The held version and overdrive version does 2 hits, and you can cancel into a special from them. If you press kick during the hooligan combination, you get her air cannon spike. If you press down and kick or 2 and kick, you get an overhead option. Something to note, the held/overdrive version of this does 2 hits, and it can be comboed into. Also, she has a throw from hooligan, so if you do hooligan combination and you press throw, she will throw the opponent. Something to note though, it does not work on people who are crouching, and it does not work on people who are jumping. and if you press punch, you get a fast fall. These fast falls can be used to bait out like DPs, or you can go for mix-ups with them. Her level 1 super is mainly used for combo enders and are good ways to drain drive gauge and basically to close out a game or a round if you have the meter for it. Her level 2 is similar to Kimberly's, to where it can be done in the air, and if done in the air, the opponent will bounce in the air. Now her level 3 is a good tool for whiff punishing. So if you see somebody throw out a fireball, like you see a guile throw sonic boom, you can instantly level 3, or if they whiff like a heavy button or something, you can do level 3 and it will instantly hit them. Alright ningens, that has been my Cammy guide, or my Cammy character breakdown. I will go more in depth with like all of like her tips and tricks and all that good jazz in the next coming weeks. But I wanted to get this character guide out for you, for people who wanted to play Cammy. I know a couple of people asked me about it, and here it is. I hope all you guys enjoy. I hope all of you guys find this video helpful. I hope this helps you guys like learn Cammy. She is a lot of fun and definitely worth taking the time in to actually learn. She has a lot of like crazy fun stuff that you can do with her. Anyway ningens, I hope all you niggas enjoyed. I'll catch all you niggas later. Bang bitches.
Push me to the push me to the push me to here we go. Stop, hold up. Push me to the